All right, Diana, I'll be with you in 1 minute. I'm just making sure I've got everything we need. I've been through it all morning. And I've just got the prompts. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Good stuff.
Been looking forward to this meeting, and I just want to say thank you for completing the self-review.
Yeah, it was really interesting. When you read through those different criteria, you think, oh my goodness, am I this? Am I that? You know, it just makes you really think about your leadership in a different way. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's really good to know. And you found the criteria okay?
Yeah. I mean, I thought, oh, there's loads of words here, but actually the words were important because you know, it really just gave you such clarity into what these things mean for my leadership here at this particular school. It was really, really insightful.
And I think what's really important is that it's not a load of bullet points, because then that's a tick list. This is about holistic view on how you feel you are in each of those components, which is important. I've taken quite a bit of time reading through what you've put, not only the levels that you've assessed yourself at and your confidence levels, but also the strengths, the areas for development, and what professional learning that you think you should be doing. Now, the purpose of this meeting, as I said in the email, is that you bring with you your thinking about why you assessed yourself at that level. Yeah. It could be in discussion that we change some of those levels, but only in agreement with you. So that's the agreed review, and we're going to do that today. So that's all within the minute, within the meeting. So we'll run through the prompts. I'm going to talk about this, give you a chance to tell me some of the stuff that you're doing, because I won't know everything, Diana. Sure. And I'm really fascinated to know what you're doing.
Okay.
And I'm glad you enjoyed the process.
Yeah, that's good.
So that, and then by the end of it, we'll set some agreed areas that you might want to develop, because this is your leadership, and it's really important you plan your professional learning with me. Okay. So let's make a start. Okay. So if we think about your first section, open to learn.
Open to learn, yeah.
So my first question to you is, would you consider yourself open to learn?
I think over the years it's become more apparent that I'm open to learn. I remember a time when I wasn't. I'm a scientist. I teach science. I don't teach literacy. I don't do other things. You know, this is what I do. And when SLTs like to say we need to be all teachers of literacy, I'm like, oh my days. I teach physics. That's what I'm for. You know, and I wasn't open. I was quite closed in my approach. And then when I moved up in leadership, I thought, oh, you know, you've got to take on board other people's points of view, take on board the bigger picture, and I'll be able to understand what the bigger picture really meant, you know, and working across the system, not just in my part of the system. So I'm more open to learn, but I still sometimes feel that a bit of vulnerability where I think, oh my goodness, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what those acronyms mean. I don't know what that means for my teaching or for my leadership. And then I can feel that anxiety begin to rise. A little bit vulnerable.
Would you say that's why you assessed yourself at a 2?
Yes, because I don't know, people call it imposter syndrome. I don't know what it is, but if it's really far out of what I know, I can feel myself saying, okay, let's not go there. Let's take that really slow because I'm just unsure. Yeah. So it's just becoming a bit more sure of myself, even if I don't know the vernacular, if I don't know what the book is telling me. And I was reading this book. Have you seen this? I mean, it's like, you know, collective efficacy. I didn't know what the word efficacy meant, but just beginning to dip in, you know, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, because it's something that I would never have picked up before.
But that's interesting, and we'll come to that, because that's one of the components. And the fact that you've read that and then gone to look for research on it is fantastic. Yes. And to me suggests you are very open to learn. Now I know some of the things that you've been doing, because we've worked closely. Okay. And one of the part of the criteria is that you analyse, critically research readings and policy. I know that you do that all the time.
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that actually. Because I don't think I am now analysing. I just do.
You scan. Yeah. You know, you're a teacher. You're a leader. You can't be doing it permanently. But you will always have an eye on what's new, what's on LinkedIn, what's on X.
That's true.
Various things, and you read the things that come through, and then you come back and you say, I've looked at that, and I'm going to change that for my team.
That is true. I do that. Yeah. I didn't think of it like that actually. I do, and that is the way I work. I've got a very analytical mind. I do scan and read, and I think about the implications of what this data or what this information is telling me, and what that might mean for what I'm leading or what I'm doing. Yeah, I didn't. Interesting. I'm better than I thought.
Well, and so my view, having looked through all of the criteria, and we'll expand that, is it might be at the end of this conversation we change that up to a 3 from a 2.
Right,
so, because if we think about your confidence levels, that's what you're doing. Now, I think there's nothing wrong with not, if you don't know all the acronyms or whatever, you ask. That's okay. That's not being vulnerable. That's actually you seeking to learn.
Yeah.
So I think there's a number of other things I just want to dig into. We might have an answer here. What's your favourite leadership book? And I can see Professional Capital.
I've got a couple of them here. And Michael Fullan is just, when you get in, you can't get out. It's just really, really interesting. I wouldn't sit and read it all night, but half a chapter here and there, over the weeks, it's just become really insightful. It just helped me to think about things in a different way, and that's the value of leadership reading. So yeah, I'm getting into that.
Fabulous.